mics down?
I don't know. I'm curious because I do see the mics going, but I don't have a microphone source here, so it shouldn't be picking it up. You can tell if you. I'll log into it and see. So I just got the notification because I'm subscribed. That's how that works. So I wonder, can I hear me? Oh yeah, you can.
Yep. Just turn the mics all the way down.
All right, we'll turn these down while we get this pre-show going.
Hello, listeners. Welcome to the Stogies and Spirits podcast, coming to you live from the Diplomat Cigar Lounge in beautiful downtown Keene, New Hampshire. Is everybody ready? It's time to just cut, light, and suck.
Disclaimer. We are all over the age of 21 and do not condone underage smoking or drinking. Please drink and smoke responsibly.
Hello, hello, hello. Ooh, that's a little hot. Trying this blind here. I don't know if you noticed, we got a new pre-show screen, so you don't have to see us acting like idiots until the show actually starts. So that's new. I might have to work with the gates a little bit, though. They seem a tad bit high for what we're used to, but it could just be me. But anyway, welcome to the show. We're here with... I don't know how to do it. I mean, do we do it the same way and we just keep doing it?
No.
I feel like without Kelly, it's not the BINGO.
It's just not the same.
It's just not the same, you know?
Yeah. He needs to get his own stuff so we can
bring him in.
he can call it,
Yeah, we need to do that. He needs to get his van.
yeah. Right.
his pod van.
Podcast van.
Yeah, exactly. All right, well, the owner, Mr. Bizzaio,
I'm here.
he's here. Followed by Gil, Shooter McGill
Shooter McGill
is sleeping.
vacant.
He's missing out. Then we got...
Hey.
Oh.
Kelly just called and said BINGO.
Nice.
Talk,
That's good.
Kelly.
BINGO.
Hey, there he is.
All right, we'll see you, Kelly.
Appreciate you.
He called in.
That's funny.
I love that guy.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, so we're good there. Next is me, the producer, who's still working on producing here. But hopefully I can get this all figured out shortly. That should be... Actually, I want to do that there. And then next to me... Oh, that's why I'm just like super high. Everyone else is fine. I'm just... Okay, there we go. All fixed. Let's make sure... Oh, you know why? Because I adjusted our two mics for the last show that it was just the two of us. So we were messed up.
Yeah.
But now we're good. It was busy, so we had to really like kind of crank it up.
Mm-hmm.
We brought in a lot of people last show.
Nice.
So,
There's no one here.
I mean, we were busy trying some stuff.
Yeah, we were busy. Oh, Ginny from the block. Let me finish the introductions.
Hi.
I always get distracted. The ADHD. I got to figure something out about that. Caffeine isn't going to solve that problem. It only makes it worse. But here I am. So, Josh, we appreciate you coming out for the show.
I'm here this week.
you're-
Last week I was driving to... No, I was in North
You're
Carolina.
in North Carolina.
Yeah.
Correct.
We had just driven down.
Yeah, I feel like you're a guest star at this point.
Right? In and out all the time.
Exactly. So what are we sipping on? What are you smoking?
We're smoking, or I'm smoking, it's like a house blend that we have here at the Diplomat Cigar Lounge. It's a 6x60 Habano wrapper. It's been aged 10 years.
Oh, wow.
The whole cigar's been aged 10 years, not just the wrapper.
Oh,
They made the cigar and then just put it up on the shelf and let it sit. So
nice. And so
very smooth, very easy to smoke. It's
and it's a custom blend just for...
not
the
really. I didn't
Diplomat?
choose it. You know, it was just a cigar they
chose you?
had. Yeah, it's like a like I went to Ollivander's, and the cigar just chose me.
There it is.
So where do they like store it when it sits there for
It's
that
Harry
long?
Potter reference.
Yeah, it was a Harry Potter reference. This one has a dragon scale in it.
Yeah. There you go.
They store it in a big
Dragon
warehouse.
Oh, okay, it's
Yeah.
not like brought out into the elements or anything like that. It's just
No,
like, okay,
no, they're all wrapped, they're bundled and everything, and they just
Store it.
store it. Yeah,
Cool.
kind of like barrels, you know, they're just up on a shelf.
Cool.
Yeah.
Does it make any difference where they store it? Like
well,
a barrel?
Well, you have to
It has to be
store
humid,
it like
right?
you want it 70/70, so 70% humidity and 70 degrees. That's like the ideal storage temperature for tobacco.
Oh,
So it doesn't get too dry, not too humid.
yeah. Very cool.
This one's really easy to smoke. It's
Yeah.
it's nothing like not a ton of flavors because it's been aged so long and it was already
That
not a
makes
super
sense.
powerful tobacco anyways. So, but it's very smooth, very easy to smoke, very flavorful.
And so it, I had a question and then I lost it. Okay, well.
I love it.
Yeah.
I smoke them all the time.
I
And
feel, I feel like I'm not getting a lot of like smoke or anything, but I think it is this.
Yeah,
well,
he
when we're
turns the
both
fan up.
over here, the smoke just wants to go that way. It's
Yeah.
not going to travel towards you much.
Yeah, and that's what happened. I mean, being in a cigar lounge, that's the whole point. Is it's supposed to not be going just everywhere. Hopefully,
Yeah, I wish I could smell like a little bit of what
a little bit just to
Yeah.
get a little bit of the flavor.
Mm.
I can pass it down. You want to
If
pass
you
it
want.
down? See if we can
See if we can pick up any
make
flavors you
this
might
happen. Hopefully, I won't drop it.
be. Yeah, ash on yourself or anything. Okay, smoky.
Smoky.
So it's smooth.
Yeah.
No, I'm asking Josh.
Extremely.
Very good for like a beginner smoker.
Yes.
If you've never smoked before in your entire life and you want to look cool in front of your friends,
You could smoke this.
you could smoke this and not choke and
Yeah.
act like it's your first time.
We sell them for $10 as singles,
Oh, okay.
or
So it's a little bit on the higher
it is,
end.
but they're good cigars.
But again, it's 10 years age, hand rolled. That's what I was going to
Yeah.
ask. Is it hand
Most
rolled?
all cigars are hand rolled, unless you get like cheap backwoods. Those
Garcia
ones are
Vega.
machine.
Oh.
Yeah,
We had
Yeah,
that
that
conversation
stuff.
earlier. Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Can you turn down
Interesting.
gills, Mike?
Oh, I can turn off gills. That's me. Producer of the year. Okay. There. He's off.
Yeah,
Okay.
but or I sell them in bundles for $120
And
for
how
20.
many? 20 of
So
them.
it goes
Okay.
down to $6 a piece
Nice.
if you buy them in a bundle.
Oh, that's a lot cheaper. That's almost
Yeah,
half.
a lot cheaper.
I wonder if maybe you can get some of those packages and put like maybe 4 or 5 of them in a package and sell them yourself at like 8 or some sort of discount, $9 a stick or something. So if someone wants to buy like a 4 or 5, like they're coming in here with their friends, but at the same time they don't want a whole box, but they know they're going to be buying a good amount at least. you know.
No, they'll just have
Yeah.
to buy the singles. Yeah,
You're
I'll
fucked,
be actually
guys.
taking these
Sorry.
down. These are coming down to Tennessee with us.
Oh yeah.
It's me one of those. I'll be trying to pawn those off on people down there.
There we go.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, we have been invited to the Jack. Josh got a call the other day from the representatives, and we are.
It's all real now. Yeah.
It's all real now. We're booked as media.
Yeah, I got a call yesterday. I didn't tell you. I told him.
Yeah.
I called him right after I got the call.
So
There's this weird
excited.
number from like
So
Tennessee, and I was like, "Hello," and I answered Diplomat, and they're like, "Is this Josh?" I said, "Yep." He's like, "This is so and so from Jack Daniels
Oh my god.
in the Jack Barbecue competition," and he's like, "We're just trying to figure out where you guys want to be set up." So we're underneath the pavilion down in Lynchburg. There's this big 40 by 80 pavilion, and we're gonna be like right in the middle.
Cool.
So
Right in the
Smack
thick
dab.
of it.
yeah, we're gonna be in the thick of it.
Yeah. And so I'm trying out different things. People, oh yeah, you could see it. So we got this second monitor set up. So that's, another thing. I got to turn the gate back up now that people are talking. I apologize. I got
She turned the fans on too. I just heard that.
Yeah. Let's see. That's, I think, 30.
What do you know
would be
about
good.
Rabbit Hole?
Not much.
Yeah.
I was just when I went to Kentucky, they had a tour, and I chose to go to Jim Beam, and I really I wanted to do the Rabbit Hole, but it was on the same day, so I could only do one or the other. I know it's fairly new though. I know it was. Well, I was just looking it up, but I think it's like around 2015. But let me just double check. It might be earlier than that, but it's still fairly recent, as far as the distillery goes. Oh yeah, 2012. So it's fairly recent. I mean, we're trying the fish cash with the cast with
Sherry
the
cast.
sherry cast.
Yep.
So that's really cool. They have. Let's look it up. I know they have like a KL.
So they have to, again, they have to announce on the bottle somewhere if it's finished in a sherry cask? Or is that only for specific types of alcohol?
Well, it's for bourbon because
Okay.
if it's finished in another, it has to be a new charred oak barrel, and then if it's introduced to a second barrel, it has to say finished in
Finished in.
for bourbon to be a bourbon,
Gotcha.
or finished with, or finished in. All right, so the story. So, I did know this. He met his wife in Kentucky. The gentleman, and he had he was like a doctor. Here, I'll pull it up. And he met his wife in Kentucky. I know that, and then they started the bourbon company. But
So yeah, it does say Louisville, Kentucky, straight bourbon whiskey finished in, it says PX sherry casks.
okay, so PX is PX Hammer is a certain type of sherry. It's the sweeter sherry.
Oh, okay.
So there's a PX sherry. Sherry is actually, you know what? This is kind of an interesting way that
Let's
they talk
go.
about like.
I'd like to learn because I have no idea.
So there's different.
And I'm sure our listener has no clue either.
Yeah. So this is kind of cool because when the wine side comes into play, I know which, like you talk about a PX sherry. I know that that's a sweeter type of sherry.
Yeah.
So it was probably aged very short period of time because if you introduce a bourbon to this type of sherry, it's going to really pick up those flavors. It's really super sweet. So I guarantee it was probably only aged for a few months. Let's check it out. Inside that.
That's like waving to myself now that I can see myself. Damn, you look good, Josh.
Jeez.
What? You shouldn't have put me on camera.
I know, right? Yeah, the PX sherry cask.
Just make yourself biggest.
I wish they would tell you more. Like sometimes they're very like secretive about how long you have to really research it.
There we go. Had to go to the three-way.
Yeah, they don't talk about how long, but I guarantee it was. Well, I mean, we haven't tried it yet. If we
Yeah.
pick up a lot of that flavor, then maybe.
What's the bourbon, the one that you guys use a lot for the flavor stuff?
For
What's the like
sherry?
the website that you guys use a lot for like all the
Oh.
flavor profiles?
This one I'm actually going to. What's Kelly said 1010. He was like, this one I'm actually going to the website, but usually I use Breaking
Gotcha.
Bourbon.
Yeah, Breaking Bourbon.
Yeah.
Breaking bourbon, yeah, that's the good one.
Yeah, that's the one I usually use.
So so it says small batch, which means
yeah, so it's smaller
limited
batch.
number of barrels.
So-
Whatever they think.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So our small batch is going to be like 6 barrels.
exactly.
Yeah.
And our large batch will be like 7.
Yes. Maybe 10.
That's okay if it's smaller than the normal batches.
Yeah.
So what it says is twice finished in new toasted and charred American oak barrels,
Okay.
Pedro Jimenez
Right.
sherry casks, never chill filtered, as it should be.
Okay. So the chill filter part. So chill filtering is literally what it says. It's filtering. If you get a little bit of haze, you ever? Actually, somebody asked me about this tonight. You ever have like you leave your bourbon out, it gets oxidized, starts to get cloudy. So sometimes when bourbon comes off it has a cloudiness to it, and to get rid of that cloudiness, they chill filter it. But by chill filtering it, you're taking, there's always these consequences. You make a decision and then you have to deal with the next thing. Sometimes with the chill filtering, the flavor it's not as a heavier spirit now.
Okay.
So
it kind of dulls the flavor a little bit.
It's not even the flavor, it's the mouthfeel, I feel like.
Oh.
So it's weird. I don't know. It's hard to explain without tasting it, but the mouthfeel isn't as present
Okay.
with the chill filtering. I mean, it's a hit or miss. You're losing a little bit, but you're gaining a lot because the chill filtering is the color that you're trying to get. But if
Got
you're
it.
not going for that color, then don't chill filter it,
Okay,
It's
so
just not
chill
as hard.
filtering, basically, you do that if you want to hit a certain color.
Yeah, or clearness.
Or
So this
clearness,
is see
gotcha.
if you look at that at the light a little bit, it's not going to be where you versus you look at another one, that one's a little bit hazier. It's not a big deal though.
So this is a little bit hazier than you would see in other bourbons, but
yeah. I mean, it's not that bad.
it's not too bad. Nice. That's good to know.
Yeah, I mean they could do like
So-
I don't know. I don't want to get into that.
I doubt places will advertise that they chill filter. Then that's not like a
A
selling
lot of
point.
bourbon, I won't.
Or
most,
do they?
Most bourbon is chill filtered. I want to say
Most
but-
of it is, but
yeah.
you wouldn't see that on the bottle. That wouldn't be like we chill filter ours.
No, I mean, some do, like
Yeah.
always chill filtered, but for the most part, they don't even talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
I
what I
mean, this
figure.
one is
This one talks about it, but it's because they don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why they want to say, hey, we keep more of that flavor in there. We're not chill filtering.
right, and it makes sense because they're getting more mouthfeel out of this. You're getting more flavor, because if you put it in that type of sherry cask, you might lose some of it because that's a very very sweet.
Well, yeah,
Sherry.
the sherry's going to overtake a lot of that
Yeah,
natural bourbon flavor, make it sweeter, we would think. We'll find out
yeah,
shortly.
we'll find out.
But like you've never had this before. Shut up.
I haven't had the rabbit hole with the sherry. I've never had
Oh,
this
really?
one. Yeah, I've
Okay.
never had this one.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But sweeter with wine, you know how sometimes they talk about sweet with wine? That can be confused with fruity. So we
Oh,
might,
get some fruitiness out of it.
yeah, sometimes it's jammy. It's not sweet. Maybe
I like that
I'm-
word, jammy.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
jammy. More like actually if you're like thinking about the fruit from jam,
Like
I
a
guess.
strawberry jam.
Yeah.
I can see that.
So I
So-
did find the mash bill.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, good.
It's 68% corn, 18% wheat, and 14% malted barley.
Okay,
So I feel like that's a pretty high wheat
it is.
content.
How much wheat? I missed that.
18%.
18. That does sound high, yeah.
So
Absolutely.
I'm probably expecting this to be a little bit on the fruitier, sweetier side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no rye or anything to cut that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's
With
no
that pepperiness.
like pepperiness, yeah. So I would think it would be pretty smooth. Do we know how long it's aged? Probably just the typical
This
3,
one's in
4
the
years.
90s.
Distillery
too.
undisclosed. It's a
Yeah,
93
it's like
proof.
93, yeah.
Ooh, that's my sweet spot.
So on the nose, they say marmalade, dry fruit, cherry, raspberry, and full and inviting.
Yeah,
Ooh, okay.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
We'll see, right?
Yeah, should we
Give it a sniff?
Give it a sniff?
All right, let's see what it
Put your
smells like.
sniffers to work, boys and girls.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Boys and girls.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to the Stogies and Spirits podcast. Coming
yeah.
to you live from
It even
Lynchburg,
smells
Tennessee.
like jam.
it smells very sweet.
Yeah.
Extremely sweet.
I was just
Which isn't bad.
No.
working on my intro for Lynchburg.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
You're welcome.
We got to work on a lot of stuff for that. That's like our time to shine.
I feel
We're
like we
gonna
should meet
impress
before
the
it.
balls off of them.
Yeah.
Maybe I could come up with a better way to.
I
say
got
that,
all my
but-
stuff done. I got the equipment ordered,
Did you bring that box in or no?
boxed.
That we're gonna put everything
Yes, I
in?
did. It's
oh,
here.
Okay, cool.
It's
Check
here.
that out. You don't have to stay for that. I'll check it
Yeah.
out afterwards. Just tell me where it is. But yeah, we got to get all our equipment up there, and then we're gonna run
I
a
got
couple
the table
live
runner.
podcasts.
I got the table runners. I got business cards with our. We made a QR code
Yeah, I saw that. That's awesome.
that links right to all of our pages.
Yep. So,
So
people can
just-
subscribe and like.
Yeah, pretty
and-
easily. Be like,
I
hey,
love
just
that.
scan that and just subscribe to us.
Yep. We're gonna be giving away some free stuff.
Yeah.
We are going to be doing some live interviews. We're going to be doing some not so live interviews, but I'll be producing them as we go. It's
Such a good opportunity.
it's
We're going to be
gonna
doing some
awesome.
in the street questions. What do you call those?
Kelly wants a hoodie. He wants us to get hoodies.
Kelly's going to be there. Like, what do you mean? Get him a hoodie?
No, I think I
He's
think
gonna
Oh, he
be
wants us
there.
to buy hoodies.
he wants us to get hoodies.
Oh,
He wants the hockey ones too. He wants the expensive
Man.
ones. I know he's very bougie.
He really is. I think that's a little much.
oh my god.
My most
He wrote-
expensive friend.
he put Kelly will be there. That's how he he's talking to himself about
Yeah,
himself in the
well,
third
he
person.
will. He needs to get a camera so he can be on this, and then we could all be discussing this right now. But
Right.
instead, he's got to text us and pretend hoodie. Oh, I guess he'll settle for just a regular hoodie.
Gotcha.
Maybe.
He's a
What color are
baller.
we going to do? Are we doing black and gold?
I think so.
I think
Yeah.
that's the move. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a very
That's our
safe.
Stogies in Spirit new logo color is black and gold.
Yeah. Oh. I didn't realize I had this at the top of the screen.
It doesn't look bad.
No, but that's not what it should say.
What should it say?
It should say Stogies and Spirits Podcast.
Oh.
Oh my God, he's ashing on himself again.
What?
He's not even on the podcast. He's ashing on himself.
He's sending me photos.
What is he smoking? That's what I like.
Probably a Grand Age.
It looks like it's a little bit smaller.
Yeah, probably a Grand Age. Him and I have already discussed it. I'm gonna start
There we go.
like prefiguring out the cigars like
Yeah.
4 weeks in advance, and I'll send him a package
Well,
down with
that's-
4 cigars.
It's like right now.
Yeah, yeah. Start sending it now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm waiting for him to get set up.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
You guys said this is jammy, huh?
That's what she said.
You said it's very
think so.
fruity smelling, very
Very
sweet
fruity smelling, yes. And I could see like jam, absolutely.
like a
If
dark
I had like
fruit.
a strawberry, I'm
I mean, I said marmalade.
maybe
I
like
definitely get
a
marmalade.
dark cherry. I could see a marmalade too, like
Yeah.
an orangish kind of. But yeah, all I smell is fruit.
Yep.
I mean, I can't get past that at all.
No.
It's just
Smells
very
good.
strong.
This is actually I had this I had Rabbit Hole before in New Hampshire.
This
And
one or
no, the
Oh.
blue bottle, regular
okay.
bourbon. And then I was down in Tennessee at my family's house.
So that's
and
a
I went to a
non-sherry.
regular,
It's
it's just a
just
regular,
regular
bourbon.
bourbon, yeah.
And I was down in Tennessee, and I went to a liquor store down there, and I saw this, and I was like, "Oh my god, I've never seen this before. I
Yeah.
need to try it." And I tried it, and I fell in love with it.
Really?
And then it just started coming to New Hampshire this year, like 3 or 4 months ago. They started shipping it up.
I
And
feel
that was like 3 years ago. It's been 3 years.
So you don't like the Basil Hayden Dark Ray? I feel like that's what I'm going to get out of this. But
That's blended with port. Remember
Yeah,
that.
that's
It's
true.
not aged in port. It's blended with port.
oh, that's a huge difference.
Yeah, that's why you get that really
This should have like a
viscous,
subtle
viscous
viscous, yeah.
mouthfeel. Right?
Viscosity.
Viscous.
Like thick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where this is not going to have that.
True. Okay.
That was like a $5 word.
Hey, congratulations. That was a big one. You should be proud of that.
was there any vanilla in the mash bill on this? I mean, in the
And then,
nose.
And the notes.
You get a little bit of vanilla.
Yeah.
there's none on the Breaking Bourbon.
I feel like I'm getting some.
ADD. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. Okay. That's fine. You can do that. I just didn't like that.
No, I
seeing
know.
the window on the side.
I'm getting some.
People have to think we're in the studio.
All right, we
we're
ready to
in a
try
bar.
this?
Give her a taste.
I am ready. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So, I definitely not as viscous
Thick as
as a Basil Hayden Dark Rye.
yeah.
Oh yeah, there's no of that aftertaste.
Not at all,
off.
and that aftertaste isn't there either.
Yeah.
That you get with mixing it with a wine. So yeah, absolutely different. So
It's
I take
funny.
That back.
Are you getting more cherry? I'm getting more cherry, like more than what I thought it was going to be. It is a little sweet, but it's
I mean, I am definitely getting the pepperiness. It's a 93, so it's going to give you,
The spice.
a little bit of
heat.
spice, a heat.
I
to
think
it.
that's the char.
Oh, it's double charred.
Yeah, I think you're getting. It's not the pepper. It's,
It's
the
not
char.
the pepper. It's the char. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. It's coming from 2 charred oak barrels, American oak barrels. That'll definitely
Well, one was toasted and one was charred.
correct. You're right.
Did they say two? Did they say that would be a triple barrel?
It said toasted and charred.
So I bet one barrel is just toasted and then charred it, like maybe
Probably
one
the same
side.
barrel.
Yeah,
Probably the same
because it was
barrel.
said double, not triple. So
Yeah, you're right.
yeah,
And then it's finished in the pour.
Yeah, that's
I
the
started to say something and then I was like, so let me
take another
taste it
sip.
again because I want to make sure I'm saying the right thing here. Give it a little swishy swish. Yeah, cherry AF.
Yeah.
Really?
Like a dark cherry, yeah, not like a maraschino, like a
Luxardo or bit of Bing.
a Bing, yes, a Bing, yes,
Or like eating like one of those dark cherries,
yeah,
like from the grocery store.
exactly,
Like that.
That's the flavor I get. Have you? Oh, well, you've tried it before, but
What?
You know, the bourbon.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's one of
I
your
like
favorites.
this. Yeah, I like this, especially from that family of bourbons.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely like eating one of those cherries. For sure.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get the char on the finish.
Oh yeah, like Bada Bing cherry for sure.
Yeah. It's hard for me to pull anything else out because all I'm getting
God,
is
I love this.
cherry and char.
This
Cherry
is
and
so
char.
good.
Yeah, but in the beginning, put it at the top of your tongue. That's where you get the orange marmalade. Because that's where I tasted it in the beginning, and then it turns right into cherry.
Oh, I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's interesting.
Isn't that interesting?
Okay. Yeah. Definitely the orange marmalade. Yeah.
Marmalade. Where do you get it?
On the tip of your tongue.
When
So
you
if you when you
first take-
sip it, like
I did
Right
have this
then.
little sweetness up there that
Yeah.
I kind of passed over really quick.
yeah, it has that kind of orangey-ness to it. I mean, I don't know if that's what it says we're supposed to be doing or seeing, but I mean, I don't know how you couldn't. You know
It's
what I mean?
tasty.
Yeah, it's very good.
I'm gonna look it up here.
Well, I have it.
Oh, you have it?
Palate. You have
Yeah.
burst of fruit, cherry,
Yes,
raspberry,
yes.
light oak, sherry, caramel, sweet, and gratifying mouthfeel.
So I agree with all that, except I'm not getting caramel out of it. But maybe, I mean, I guess you get that technically out of almost every bourbon. So maybe I just kind of don't even realize it anymore.
Yeah. I think I smelt it. I was smelling vanilla, but maybe it was caramel. And, I don't know. I smelled something sweet that I couldn't.
I feel like so they have these videos online where, the last one I saw was like a Beyonce song or something like that. And they tell you, they give you different words.
Yeah.
And then when she sings it, that's what you hear. And I feel like it's very similar. Whereas
When you're
if
taking
somebody-
a sip.
when you're taking a sip, someone says it, you're like, oh,
I taste
I
it
see
now.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can taste that. Whereas if they didn't say anything, there's no way would have ever pulled that out.
Yeah.
But it's not to say it's not there. I just wouldn't have associated that. And maybe that's just my lack of being able to, taste things properly. I don't know.
Well, I don't really taste the caramel, but I smell it. So if you
Yeah.
go in, you can smell. I thought it was vanilla, but it is caramel.
See, I'm not getting it off of the smell because most of the smell I'm getting is fruit. Like it's hard to get past the fruit. And of course, like, the alcohol smell that you just always get. Yeah, it's, maybe?
I got it right away.
Yeah, I'm not.
The char. I wonder what the char level was on this, because you can definitely taste it.
Oh, absolutely.
See if I can find it. Those are tough to find sometimes.
I know.
Oh, yeah, because there's the different levels. Like,
Yeah.
they number them, right? Is that what it is? Their numbers 1 through 4 or something like that?
Yeah, it's like a 4 is pretty high.
Yeah. Let's see. Char.
Sometimes they don't tell you unless you do like a distillery tour.
Rabbit Hole Derringer's Wheated Bourbon with Mash Bill 68 1814. It is aged in a char number 4 barrel,
Oh, there you go.
being
it is.
transferred to former PX Cherry Cask for additional 6 months.
Yeah, you can tell there's quite a char.
So it's 6 months in the sherry cask.
Okay, yeah, that's perfect.
Nice.
Yeah, I was thinking anywhere between like 4 and 6 months.
So what's the difference between toast and char?
A toast is just like a light. Well, I mean, it's basically they say toast or char, but usually when they're referring to toast, it was like a lighter. It was a lighter.
Because it says
burn.
toast and char on this one. That's why I guess I'm just kind of confused at.
Maybe a lot of times they toast the heads of the barrel and they char the inside. So they could have done different levels throughout the barrel. Who knows?
Interesting.
I mean, we talked about how it.
Here we
that's-
go.
Oh.
The. Oh no, go ahead. Keep going.
Sometimes they do it according to like where the barrel's going to hit. Like we talked about, like the different distilleries have different ways of moving their spirit around inside the barrel. Like where it's going to hit inside is where they char it the most.
Think marshmallows.
Yeah.
I'll try that, Kelly. I'm going to try think marshmallows.
So I think
Does
you're
he
spot
think-
on. I think Kelly says marshmallow. Think about marshmallows. When you toast a marshmallow, it's nice and brown, whereas if you char it, it's all black and nasty. That is not it at all. Way off. So it says here, primary difference between a toast and a char is the amount of time the barrel is exposed to the flame. Actually, I guess he hit it like
On the
100%.
head. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good job,
Absolutely
Kelly.
it. Good job. We're talking a minutes long difference between toasting and charring. When toasting a barrel, we'll toast ours for about 10 minutes at 550 degrees Fahrenheit, while charring only happens for about 25 seconds at temperatures up to 600 degrees. The max charring we would ever do is 60 seconds. There's just not much left in the barrel after that. So what's interesting is the toasting is actually the longer one.
They just do it at lower temperatures.
I mean, yeah, but is it? I mean,
What's the temperature difference?
Kelly just
It
put
was
me
quite
off.
a bit.
What's the temperature
Not
difference?
really. 550 degrees for 10
Versus-
minutes versus 600 degrees for 25 to 60 seconds.
That doesn't make sense.
It's only a 50-degree difference.
That doesn't
I wonder,
make sense.
yeah, but they might be holding it closer, like maybe.
Oh, it could be.
Because it seems like when I saw the char levels, the deeper chars were like black, whereas
Yeah.
like toasting was just a light toast because they toast the heads of the barrel lots of times and then they char the inside of the barrel. So I don't know. We have to, you know what? When we go to the distillery, we'll have to figure this out.
Yeah. Does Jack Daniels toast or char anything?
Yeah. They all char the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, they char it all. Yeah, I think they're all number 4.
And the number 4 is like the heaviest.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty, yeah. I haven't heard of.
I think that all happens at the cooperage, though.
Yeah.
I don't think Jack Daniels does it. So we'd have to do like
No,
a
but they'll
cooperage
tell
tour.
us like what they have for char.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, if you wanted to find out exactly what the
Oh.
differences were, we could contact like a cooperage and.
So it says here, both toasting and charring are done with the intention of activating oak's sweeter compounds, which happens as soon as the wood begins to warm. Wood is all sugar. There's a lot of cellulose and hemicellulose in every barrel. Within the wood, there's a layer called lignin. Yeah, there you go. A sort of binding piece of the wood
It's
where
like the strength of the wood.
vanillin lives. When heated, this is where you're going to find all your sweet aromatic notes.
Right. So the layer of the wood beyond the char or the toast is called the red layer. And that layer is where you get like color, your flavor. Usually that first layer is like the vanilla. And then it breaks down the layers. Like if you're thinking of like the rings around a tree, it's going through each layer.
Oh, yeah.
And then as it ages, usually like bourbon is anywhere between like 8 to 12 years. Like that's kind of a pushing it for bourbon.
Mm-hmm.
Then you're getting into wood flavors because it's kind of reached all those like different layers that it's gone through.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so that makes sense. And that's why you don't find like a 40-year aged bourbon.
Yeah.
I've honestly never seen anything longer than 23. I think Pappy's the
I think
longest I've
Pappy's
ever
is the
seen.
Longest, absolutely.
Yeah.
I would agree.
I don't know of any other one, right? Do you?
No, not at all. Usually, I mean, that's extremely long for a bourbon.
Yeah.
Yeah. And nobody else really does that. I mean, like we were saying before, I think typical is 4 years. So,
Yeah, 4 to 8.
Yeah.
So it says here,
Usually
toast.
4 to 8. Like
Yeah.
6 is the.
Yeah.
6 is a sweet spot.
Yeah, I think a lot of them do like 6.
So it says toasting will always happen when wood is set on fire, as it will warm the wood similarly to how our food is warmed when put into a toaster oven. When toasted for an elongated period of time, the vanillin in the wood is really able to be expressed, resulting in a barrel with more robust flavor, then that then goes into impact the flavor of the resulting spirit. No matter how long a distiller decides to toast their barrel or what level of char they hope to achieve before aging their spirits, this guy stresses that toasting with intention is key to a barrel's success. If you don't toast your barrels intentionally for a specific amount of time, you're going to see your sweetness drop off, and that's what you're really focused on here. If you don't toast with intention, you risk losing the exact flavors you were looking for in the first place.
Yeah.
So there you go.
And it even starts beyond the wood. Like,
Sure.
it starts from like,
Starts from the water you use.
Right.
I mean, it starts from,
well, where
the
the
mash bill,
who
the
chose the tree that they're going to use to make the barrel. You know what I mean?
Sure.
It starts like right from the beginning. So, and then
And there
that's
is a
the thing.
concern right now with barrels that
Really?
they're going to run out of oak at some point, because oak takes so long to grow
I
to make a
see.
big enough tree to
And they only use the
produce.
barrels once.
Correct. Bourbon you can only use it once.
Yeah.
A lot of
So-
the distilleries like have plans in place. Like they replant for what they use. Like they're always replanting, but I mean,
But I
there's gonna
mean,
be
it
a
takes
point.
time,
Yeah.
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 One of
Talking
those
20,
things.
30 years to
Yeah.
regrow a oak tree to the point where you can
There's-
use it.
Yeah, so there might
You
be
have
like
good-
a period of time where there's like a 20-year shortage of bourbon.
There might be.
So you
Ooh,
better
that's the time to
gobble
buy
it up.
it.
Right? Load up now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Load up now.
I mean, there's more barrels in Kentucky aging than there are people.
Well, yeah.
I believe that.
Yeah.
Absolutely, no question.
But I had read that article. There was an article a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, about there being a barrel shortage at some point.
Interesting.
Like a new oak barrel shortage.
Wow.
I wonder if they'll find a way to reuse the oak barrels. There probably isn't. I mean,
Not with bourbon. They'd have to change the regulations
They
completely.
Well,
have to
yeah.
change regulations, yeah. Unless you were to like sand it down on the inside and rechar it.
Oh,
But you
maybe.
still have all that liquid that's seeped into the pores
yeah.
of the wood.
Maybe they'll find a more efficient way to use the wood in making the barrels, get more barrels out of a tree.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. Barrels
They
have been
have to-
made the same for however long, you know.
Sure.
1964 is when bourbon became bourbon.
Well, I
You know?
mean, just barrels in general have been
Oh.
the same. Like you have machines that make staves. It's been the
Yeah.
same machine forever.
I'm curious how
The
much.
same thickness. It's been obviously they're all different widths, but it's the same thickness. It's the same
Yeah.
angled cut on the edges. They're curved. They're all the same. It's
So I'm curious on that. How
like, could you make it a quarter inch
how
less thick?
inefficient? Yeah. How inefficient is
They're
that
very
method?
particular.
Yeah.
You know, how much is wasted when they do that? I don't know the answer to that.
I'm sure
It's-
there's
we're not that
very
smart,
little
but-
wood waste when
You
you
think
make
so?
things because you can always use the wood for other things. But I understand
But I
what
mean
you're
for
saying for
barrels,
making
though.
staves.
Yeah.
There probably is a good amount
There's,
of.
there's probably a good amount of waste
Yeah.
in shaping them, and there might be a better way to do it.
Because
Well-
they
Not that
start as
guy.
a certain thickness. I forget the thickness, if it's 2 inches or something.
Yeah.
And they cut it down because they need to make that curve on it.
Right. Well, over in Kentucky, with a lot of what they do is they make furniture out of it. So the waste that they have, they actually make things out of it.
Yeah,
and
they
And
stuff.
so I'm not
and-
saying like environmental waste or anything like that. I'm just saying if we need 10 billion barrels this year, then how are we going to get 10 billion barrels? Is there a more efficient way to get more barrels? Like, I don't
find
care.
that.
I'm not saying that, oh, we don't use the excess. Sure, make furniture, give it to the Amish, whatever you're going to do. Don't cancel me, please. They make furniture. It's a thing. But I'm just saying, like, yeah, sure. So the tree gets used, but how much of it is being used for the barrel and how much of it is being used just to make furniture or do other things, which I'm not saying is a bad thing, but at the end of the day, like if we're talking about making barrels and they're going to cut down a certain amount of trees to make a certain amount of barrels, how can we be more efficient and make more barrels and less furniture maybe?
Yeah.
I saw this weird thing. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's okay. I was just going to say that they're very particular about the tree they use too. I mean, there's like sawyers that go out and like look exactly for a particular like tree that they're going to use for these barrels. So it's not. There's a science behind the whole entire thing. That's why it really starts at the area where the tree's growing. You're going to pick up tertiary from the wood where it's growing. what it's picking up from the earth.
Sure.
And then they pick a certain tree, then they make the barrel out of that certain tree. So there's a lot of a process that goes into just making these barrels.
And I feel like, there's a ton to it. So, for instance, I have companies that come in, I have trees where I live, and they use different chemicals and different things on the trees to help get rid of pests and help do this and help do that. And so I'm curious if, those come into play because, again, different pesticides that might be being used or different chemicals or lack thereof or whatever it is, all of that could go into, and it might be very minute, but who knows? I mean, there's so much variation to it. I guess I don't where do people get their barrel trees?
Well, they have their own spots where they have their own land because the tree that they use can't have any of those knots in it. If you have a knot in your tree, if you try to make the staves with a knot, you have leakage in barrel.
Oh, sure.
So they can't even use, it's a particular tree that they're going to use to make these barrels so that there's, no leakage, no spots that are, in the barrel that are imperfections.
Yeah, yeah.
So a lot of times I do that. But I think there's, for every tree, it's like 2 barrels or something like that. So it's
2 barrels out of a tree? That doesn't sound like a lot.
It's not a lot.
I think it's more. It must be more than that. It all depends on how tall the trees are and stuff.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, but
I
they
have a
probably
couple
have like a
things.
grove.
Well, I
of
have a couple
trees that
things right
they-
now.
Oh, let's hear them.
The white oaks being cut for whiskey barrels are around 80 to 100 years old.
Wow.
So white oak trees being planted today won't be available to use for at minimum 75
Will
years.
be dead, so I could care less.
Right.
Anyone listening right now will not
White
be
oak is
alive.
very slow growing species, and we're cutting it at least 1 million of these trees every year just for Kentucky bourbon barrels.
Wow.
Well, in the Code of Federal Regulations, it has to be a new charred oak barrel, usually American oak, but does not have to be.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, but you're saying French oak, they're using that for wine over there.
yeah.
They're
and-
using just as many barrels as we are, if not more.
with French wine, you have higher tannin too,
Yeah.
so it's a different
But
flavor.
can't you reuse those barrels? Wine barrels?
You can reuse bourbon barrels too.
Well, yeah, but
But
I
you
guess
can't
you
make a
can't make a
bourbon.
bourbon.
I don't know what
Right.
the laws are for making wine, if you can reuse another barrel or if it's
Yep.
one-time use.
I'm
Yeah,
thinking
okay.
you can use a barrel numerous times, and I think they do. So here's what I'm saying. So it says, obviously, like you were saying, Josh, it's difficult to say how many barrels can be harvested from a single tree because it depends on the size of the barrel and the condition of the tree. But typically, you can get between 1 and 3 standard size barrels per tree.
Wow.
Okay, yeah, so averaging about
That's
2.
not bad. Yeah, you were
Yeah.
right. That's crazy. I can't believe
That's
that.
crazy. That's a lot of trees.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're using very particular parts. They're using very particular pieces of wood.
Yep.
So I think the guy's name is, I don't know, you might want to check me, but the only reason I know this is I actually read about this but a long time ago. So, but I think the person that chooses the trees is called a sawyer. I don't know. I don't know what that is.
Could be.
That's what they talked about. Let's look it up.
Yeah. Let's see.
But they are very particular about the trees because it can't have any knots. It can't have, where they're going to make their staves can't have any kind of imperfection where the barrel can have extra leakage.
Predicted that the white oak population will begin a steep decline in the next 10 to 15 years.
Ooh.
And this was in 2021.
So a couple years ago. So we got basically
8 years left.
2030.
And
that's
then
when
you'll
it
start
starts.
seeing a decline on how many oak trees they can do for barrels.
So start buying bourbon and saving it. It's going to be worth its weight in gold.
Well, yeah, if you see that, well, you're probably talking.
Coopering? Does that sound?
The cooperage is where they make
That's where
they make
that's the
them.
person
Yeah.
that makes it, yeah.
It's a really cool spot, too. When I was in Napa, I went past a cooperage. And it was huge. It was humongous. I wanted to do a walkthrough, but I didn't have enough time.
There's only a couple in America.
So it's interesting.
Yeah, this was in
so
Napa Valley.
most U.S. distilleries get their barrels from the Independent Stave Company,
Mm-hmm.
which is headquartered in Missouri.
I thought there was one like in Virginia or Pennsylvania, but
Probably.
Kelly says birch trees. I
Yeah,
just don't know
that's-
what birch trees
birch.
would.
Him with his freaking birch trees.
I just don't know.
I use birch trees
What
in
kind of
Minecraft because they're
flavors?
white and they look nice when you're building something.
Yeah.
Him and I played Minecraft for like 5 hours when I was down there.
Really?
Yeah, we played till like 2:30 in the morning.
Oh my god.
And I was like, dude, I have to get up at 9 to be at the airport.
so you want to do that again tonight?
Oh my god. No, if I go to bed at 2:30, I'll be up in a half hour.
Yeah, yeah. So just don't go to bed. That's kind of the move.
Play Minecraft until
Play Minecraft
I have
all
to
night.
drive to Dan's house.
My daughter started playing Minecraft, and we figured out how I can like join her server. So we both play it together. She's 7, and so it's kind of fun. She builds all these things, and
Yeah.
and I just use birch trees to build. Some
Kelly's
sort of
amazing,
building.
by the way.
Is
Kelly
he?
at
Is he like a pro?
Minecraft he's a pro.
Nice.
Unbelievable how good he is at Minecraft.
He'll have to send us some screenshots of what he does.
Yeah.
Like I'd like to see his buildings.
I just built a really big
Can you
house.
build us a distillery?
Yeah,
in
does he have a
Minecraft?
distillery in Minecraft?
Kelly, build us a Minecraft
Build us
distillery.
one.
Put,
Can we visit it?
put the name on the outside. You know the name.
Do you want to try to call him on Bluetooth because he wants to talk?
I mean, he is talking to me.
Yeah, he's
Are you
like
hooked up to
blowing me up.
Bluetooth?
No, I mean I could be just as easily as you are.
No, I can. It's fine.
But anyway, so
Oh,
yeah,
cute.
it is something that I'm I'm gonna have to do some more research because I am curious, what's gonna happen in the future. Because if we're pulling 80-year-old trees, like you said, I mean that's crazy.
Yeah, and like she
we're
said,
getting
maybe
3 barrels out of a
they
tree.
might have to change the laws. They may have
Yeah.
to do something, or they're just going to go to a Kentucky whiskey or
Mm-hmm.
something like that, and reuse some barrels.
Yeah,
So they're still going to get a lot of the same flavor profile out of it, but
bourbon might be long gone. It might become illegal at some point.
I don't think it'll be illegal. But
I mean, they might say, "Hey, you can't
Stop
cut
cutting down all these
Or there might be
trees.
restrictions
barrels
on
or-
how much you can make.
Yeah.
Who knows? I mean, if you think about it, bourbon on.
Oh, here he
There we
is.
go.
That's loud.
That seems loud.
Well, hello.
Hello.
Hey, bud, how you
I
doing?
don't know how to.
Aww. Living.
You like how I threw you a bone about your Minecraft?
I don't know how to.
Dude, that's what I was saying. Let me join that server, Warren. I'm pro.
Oh, there you go. Oh, that's what you're talking about joining. I thought you were talking about joining the podcast. Well,
Oh,
do you,
that too.
How does-
That too.
do you have anything to impart? Any knowledge on us? No.
It sounds like birch trees don't sound so stupid after all, huh?
This guy.
In 30 years.
But
what
aren't
is it?
birch trees
In
like
30
super?
years?
Aren't
Birch trees are
like
softwood.
super skinny though too?
They
right?
are,
I feel like
usually.
they'll leak. They're small. We'll get maybe
You'll get one
a
stab
quarter
per tree.
Yeah, right. Like a quarter barrel at most.
The rest can go to toothpicks.
It's,
I've already been in contact with a guy in New Hampshire. He hasn't emailed me back, but I'm going to ask him to make me a barrel, a small one,
sure.
out of black birch.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yes. Now
It's
we're
already
talking.
in the
What's,
works.
Now we're talking.
can I ask what the difference is between white birch and black birch?
Black birch is going to have a little bit different flavor profile, more of like the
Probably density, right?
No, it's like the bark has like a wintergreen smell, a wintergreen flavor.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
Some more
that's the
mint.
bark, not like the tree itself.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So what is that? How is that going to impact whatever you put into it?
No idea.
Interesting.
That's why we're going to try.
I guess we're going to find out, right?
Yeah.
That's science.
Because ideally, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this barrel made, probably 5 gallons, just a little guy, and then go buy some whiskey from the liquor store.
Are you
Can't we just use your barrel pick?
No, we're not using my barrel
Oh,
pick
okay.
to put in there.
I mean, you do have like 280.
Yes, but I feel like
Bottles of
using
it.
a lot like less expensive bourbon to try this.
Maybe a good idea. Maybe something that's. I don't know. I was gonna say. I was gonna say something that's aged longer because that would have less flavor. So I feel like it would get more flavor out of being put into that. But then, of course, that's gonna be more expensive.
Yeah, I was just gonna use
If
like
it's aged longer.
a cheap bourbon. I was
Yeah.
gonna use Benchmark, which is made by Buffalo Trace.
Oh,
It's easy drinking. It's not too expensive, but
Okay.
you'll definitely be able to taste the difference
yeah,
from the two, and you won't spend
Nice.
$1 million trying to fill this barrel.
yeah. That's probably a good idea.
You know what you should do? You should put it in that barrel, age it, see what it tastes like, and then from there, see if you can finish it in another barrel to see if it Like if you take that and you
Like in a wine cask or
yeah, if you don't like the way that comes out, or maybe it has too much of an earthy, herbally tone to it, you can finish it in
Can you
a
double
sherry
finish?
or port cash.
Mm-hmm.
Can
yeah.
you like quadruple
Yeah,
finish?
yeah,
You can
there's
just
the-
keep finishing.
Well,
all
that's
day
what
long.
like
a
barrel the bourbon brand Barrel. Barrel.
Barrel.
I don't-
Oh, with the
is
two
it Barrel?
L's.
Yeah.
The two L's.
Barrel.
They have mixtures of like 4 different bourbons. I don't think they age it in
We could do
different
like a
casks,
mead?
but
So it's more like one of those things that where people.
mead.
He
Who's
said
this guy?
mead.
He's watching me shake my head too, which is terrible.
Well, no, it's probably delayed, so he's probably
Yeah,
seeing it in
now
like a
he's
couple
seeing me
minutes.
shake
Now
my
he's
head.
seeing it. So some people will take like when you're low on a bottle, they'll start mixing it to make their own flavors.
Yeah.
Typically, those don't turn out well. Sometimes they do, but typically not the best. So, but it sounds like something similar to that, where
Yeah.
you're mixing.
You never know till you try. No one's done it yet, so
Sure.
Or no one's done it and written about it.
Yeah, exactly. It's
I haven't
not
been
a
able to
thing.
find anything.
Interesting. Okay. Well,
Birch isn't really a hardwood either.
so what's the problem with it being a soft wood? Do you think it'll leak more?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't think it's gonna.
Yeah.
It's
it'll
not gonna
suck
hold
it
it.
up too much. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Yeah, well, that's another thing is it leak, but also is it going to suck up all your products?
Yeah.
And then
Well,
We're
yeah,
gonna open the barrel and have
exactly.
put in
but
the
ounce.
thief and have nothing.
The devil's cut was a little extra this time.
Yeah. Squeeze the juice out of it.
So yeah, I'm wondering, can you
Oh.
do that? Can you
Not
like
really.
chop it up and just kind of put it in a juicer and squeeze it out?
Probably not. That
No.
probably wouldn't be good.
One of these
That would be
commercials, I forget which company it was, but that's what the commercial was them squeezing out the barrel, and it was some company Devil's Cut is what they called it.
Yeah.
Probably
The Jim Beam. Does
Jim
Jim Beam
Beam.
have the
Jim
devil's
Beam
cut?
has the
Is it
devil's
Jim
cut,
Beam?
yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's what it is. They're the most famous Devil's Cut.
You could take the barrel that you just had that happen in, like say you had the birch barrel
Mm-hmm.
and it absorbed a lot of your product. Take that, maybe dry it out, chop it up, throw those chips into something.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's an option.
Yeah.
Because once it can only soak up so much, So,
We'll see.
yeah, and then you can reuse those
And
over
throw
and
them
over
in another
because
barrel.
they're
Well,
you'll
I'll get the barrel and then I'll put water in it first to try to get it
Sure.
to expand and see if it holds.
Okay, yeah, kind of set it up, so you're ready. Everybody sees you looking every time.
Could we layer it with like maple syrup and let it caramelize and hold
my
like
God.
make like a wax coating?
Who is this guy?
You say I'm crazy, but wait until it works.
there are maple whiskeys,
Yeah.
Yeah, but
so, but that's
They
not,
like mix it with maple syrup usually.
It's not to coat
Yeah,
the
but what I'm
barrel,
saying is,
so
like,
it-
Use
Doesn't
the
suck up
maple
as
syrup to
much.
pressure check the barrel, empty out the maple syrup, sell that, and then put bourbon in it.
you might be like really like drinking maple syrup after.
You're going off the deep end here.
well, so
Would it be me if it wasn't?
will
No.
maple
Love that.
syrup hold its consistency when mixed with other liquids, or does it just blend? Because if we can
It
figure
thins out.
it thins out.
Yeah.
No, it's
Yeah,
too
it
bad.
thins out. Yeah, you can't water it
I was
down.
gonna say you can make a whiskey maple syrup, so it's a maple syrup.
No,
They
they,
do
have
that.
that.
They do
They-
that.
They
Oh,
do
they
that.
Oh.
Yeah, they age maple
Yeah,
syrup
they'll
in
put-
whiskey barrels.
Oh,
Yep.
nice.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess I'm late to the show.
Yeah.
Oh well, maybe next time.
I've tried it. I like regular maple syrup.
I just like regular maple
Yeah.
syrup too, yeah.
I like the
Remember when we were in Connecticut, Josh, and they
Aunt
gave
Jemima.
us that that bourbon infused maple syrup,
Yeah, at the Three Brothers.
and they didn't even ask if I was 21.
Oh my god, this guy.
It said it on the bottle that there was trace amounts of alcohol in it.
It says that on non-alcoholic beer. I think you're okay.
Does it really?
guy.
I'm gonna have to check
It do-
O'Doul's.
It does.
I think
yeah.
it says like less than 0.5% or
yeah,
something.
yeah, it has some sort
Yeah.
of, because I mean, there's gonna be some sort of fermentation, some sort of alcoholic effect to it to get those flavors. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think we've gone off the deep end here.
Oh, we had a good conversation. Do we want to rate this though? We can rate this.
Oh,
and
yeah,
kind
I
of.
yeah.
can rate it. I drank all of mine.
Did you want another
did.
sip?
Kelly, are you drinking
you
anything?
made another one.
No, so the apartment complex, I don't know their rules about glass containers outside of the room, and I can't smoke on my balcony, so I'm like down in the grill / like fire area.
Mm-hmm.
But I did make like 20 ice cubes with the little ice cube maker thing that I acquired from Josh. So I had Jameson and Blanton's. Josh, you didn't have Blanton's when we were here, did you?
I did not. I ended up just doing Greenbrier and Reserve.
Right. Yeah. So I'm about done with this Revenant. I'm gonna walk up and pour myself some, Jack Daniels that looks like Jameson.
We did Blanton's last week.
When do you get your
And you did
bottles?
1942 or whatever. Jose
Oh,
Cuervo?
did you
Yeah.
watch that?
No, Don Julio. Yeah, Don Julio.
We
yeah.
did 3.
So
we did
good.
Don times 3. We did the
Añejo, Reposado,
yes,
and
the
1942. Super Añejo.
Añejo. Yes, and then we did the
Blanton's Gold,
Blanton's Gold, and then the regular Blanton's, and then is that it?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, 5.
Oh, you should see the
Josh.
selection.
The
selection that they have. The
Where?
selection that they have on base on New River, Josh, not the Lejeune,
Yeah.
is insane. Like they just have
Really?
shit out in the open because there's no one's gonna steal it because everyone's Marines,
Like they have
not saying that
decent
they
stuff.
can't, but if
Like name some stuff.
they have,
Yeah, give us
they
some
have
titles
Angels
here.
Envy, they have Johnny Walker Blue, McAllen 18. I saw a bunch of.
Dang. You should, how much is the
Yeah,
McAllen
what's the
18?
McAllen 18? We can just pretend we bought it
I'll
from New
be on
Hampshire.
base tomorrow.
Yeah, let me
I'll
know
check
because
it,
I might
yeah.
have you pick some up when we come down.
Yeah, because I'll be checking a bag anyway.
Yeah.
When are you coming down? When are you going down?
No, when we go down.
October.
Oh, you're talking about
When he
we
comes
go-
over
Oh,
to-
yeah.
when he comes
When
over
are
to
you going to
Jack.
be there? What day are you coming?
When
Yeah,
I
do you
come
have
back,
your
when I
ticket?
come back,
When is
so
your plane
I
ticket?
still have to wait. I check in on Friday, and I got to get the green light. I've mentioned it, so it's not going to be like a blindside issue. But I
Kelly.
just got to make sure it all lines up.
Kelly, don't do this to me. don't pull a gill on me. You see, there's only
No.
3 of us here.
Yeah, I saw the empty chair when you started.
Yeah, don't plan on showing up and then say,
You could just
sorry,
put
they
like a
wouldn't let
Marine
me.
Corps sticker. Just put a Marine Corps sticker on that chair.
Will Ashley come if you can't go? Tell me that. She's got to come at least if you can't.
She's probably listening upstairs. She's probably because she probably still will go. I don't.
We
see
need
why she
one of
wouldn't.
you 2 here. At least.
The Goon Squad.
Yes.
Part of the Goon Squad.
Yes. One of you 2's got to be here. No, you'll make it happen.
It shouldn't be an issue. Even if I have to come fly down Friday night, be there Saturday, and leave Sunday, that's fine by me. I'm not worried
Oh,
about that.
darn. I was
Yeah,
hoping you
that
were going
would
to be
suck.
there earlier.
Or if you can fly down
Yeah,
Thursday and then leave Sunday.
Yeah, because the goal is to take leave Thursday afternoon, jump on a plane, meet you guys that night / afternoon, and
And we
fly
can do
back
everything
home
Friday
Sunday.
and Saturday. Yeah.
I mean, here, think
'cause
about
the
it. They've been working smoothly without you for a good period of time now. They can handle 2 days without the Kelly.
Yeah. Well, Josh was there last week when I made an appearance, and it was pretty. They knew who I was,
Uh-oh.
or who I am, but
Uh-oh.
they didn't talk to me much. It was just a bunch of the young bucks, but the
Oh, okay.
civilians are pretty much running the show there.
Oh.
So
Well, there you
I
go.
check in Friday, and I won't be doing shit until my gunny doesn't come back until Monday. So it'll be interesting.
All right. Well, we'll see, I guess.
Yeah.
Keep our fingers crossed.
I'm gonna be there.
You're
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
be
there.
there.
You're going to be there.
It just depends on what day.
Sure.
What
Because
do
it's
you-
not until
Thursday.
Saturday, right?
No,
No,
Friday.
it's
Friday.
Friday and Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Friday we
Oh,
have to be there at
damn.
noon, all set up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're going to get there like 8.
Yeah.
Because you and I are going to have to go
We're going to be excited.
we're going to have to go to Walmart on Thursday and get all this stuff.
Yeah, I have family down there.
Are
I'm
there-
have them pick up tables and chairs.
Okay.
Yeah, we can pre-order.
Pre-order.
Well, I can have it ready for pickup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can order what I want, have it ready for pickup. My aunt lives like
Gotta love technology.
45 minutes, an hour away from there.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ashley bought something from Walmart today, and they Ubered it to the apartment.
What?
Shut
Oh.
up.
Why?
Yes.
Does she have to pay
Because
extra?
yeah, I don't know. I honestly, probably, but
Probably.
it
but
was literally
whatever.
just because we couldn't find our glasses, like our drinking glasses.
Mm.
And so she's like, I'll just buy from Walmart. And then like 2 hours later, she went to the door, and I was like, did that just show up? And she's like, yeah. I was like, what the fuck?
Nice.
Well, have you seen that Walmart's doing? I'm pretty sure it's Walmart. Maybe it's just Amazon, but I think it's Walmart. The drone delivery, where they fly a drone and just drop your package in your yard.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I just did a report on
Insane.
that. I wouldn't use that.
Okay, well, I'm just saying they have it. They also have those Amazon stores where you don't even have to check out. You literally just walk in, grab whatever you want. You can put it in your pockets. It doesn't matter. You walk out. It automatically, when you walk out, your app beeps and it charges you for whatever you grabbed.
That's cool.
So what if I'm
Technology's
homeless and I don't
crazy.
have any technology and I just walk in there,
They
grab
won't,
everything, and walk out?
you can't walk in. You have to sign in to get into the store. with
All
your
right, Kelly,
Amazon
we're gonna
account.
go.
But anyway,
we're gonna rate this.
yeah, we got to rate this.
All right, I'll
All
be
right.
listening. I'm walking.
Got to get back
inside
to
now.
the show.
We'll see you, dude.
Great to
Yeah,
hear from
I
you.
see ya.
Glad things are going well.
Yeah, I'll see you guys.
Take care.
Bye.
Yeah, love you all.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Golly.
Bye-bye.
Golly gee,
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
going off the rails again.
Man, always that
I
guy.
really like this one.
This one's
I
good.
like it too. It's going to get a high score.
I'm gonna rate it higher than you guys think I'm going to.
Oh, can you start then so I can offset you and make this not insanely crazy?
8.3.
Shut the front door.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's higher than it's second place with that score.
Yeah. It's. I
Are
love
you going to
it.
do the math? Do you want me to do the math?
I can do it.
Okay. Kelly usually does the math. He's not here. He'll probably text us what it is.
Yeah.
Kelly, just text us what it is. Add it up for us.
I
Where
like
are
the
you going with
complexity
this?
of this.
There's a lot going on. It's sweet. It's easy to drink. It's enjoyable. You can drink it not on the rocks, and even anyone coming in that doesn't usually drink whiskey neat, they can drink this and enjoy it.
So I put some ice cubes in it because I wanted to compare and contrast. And you still get a lot of that char. I thought it would, because a lot of the bourbons and whiskeys, when I add ice or water to it, it almost deletes the char entirely. And so when I drink it, it's super smooth and you can't get any bite to it. This still maintains.
Holds up a little bit,
It
yeah.
holds it up. Which
Does
is
it get rid of
nice.
any of the sweetness though, and any of the fruit flavors? 'Cause I think it's going to cut some of that out.
It does. It muddles
Because
it
those
a
are
lot.
all those are all sugars, and when you add water to it, it just dilutes all those sugars.
It does. It muddles it a lot. It gets rid of a lot of that complexity that you say you like.
Yeah.
So I agree. I would say if you're going to drink this, drink it straight.
And anyone can come in and drink it, whether you are a long-time
Anyone
bourbon
that's over
drinker,
21.
yes, or you're just starting and you're like you've had stuff on the rocks. Now you're like, oh, what should I try that's not on the
Like me,
rocks?
for instance.
I'm going to recommend all my bartenders recommend this to people.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I think it's like a hidden gem. There isn't a lot of people that order it. There's not a lot of people that know about it.
Sure.
I think it's really cool because how they did the char, because they needed that extra complexity. Because you have the sweetness. I like the wheat. I like high wheat.
Yeah.
But sometimes with the high wheat, you get lost because it fizzles out. There's no like, with the rye, you get like a little back tone of like the pepper, and you get some more complexity to it with the rye. With the wheat, you just get a smoothness, and then it kind of fades. This needed that heavy char to kind of give it that extra complexity at the end, and I really enjoy that. It makes it kind of burst with the fruit. It makes it a little bit more, you can taste the fruit more because of that char. It brings it up a little notch. I really like that a lot. I would give this an 8. I'm going to say 8.
Yeah, so like we said, in the barrel, that's where you get the sugars. And so by doing that toasting for however long they do it, we don't know, 10, 20 minutes maybe, and then doing the charring for, 15, 20 seconds, maybe a minute, it really does bring out the sugars.
Yeah.
You guys are going to be mad at me because I'm going to rate this a little lower than you did, but I have higher standards than you guys do. So that's just how it's going to be.
Okay.
Hey, it's your rating. I'm not
It's my
going
rating.
to get mad at you.
No. I'm not rating it low, though, but... So
It's a
I'm-
2.
It's a 1. You're not getting this on the board. No. So I'm looking at the board right now, and you guys can't see it. I can try to I mean, you can see it back here, but you can't read it. But when I'm looking at the board, I'm going to say there are a lot of lower items that I like more than some of the higher items. And I won't say that that's because necessarily other people rated differently than me. I'll say that I'm going through this whiskey bourbon journey, and I feel like my tastes are changing as I get through this, and I'm respecting the complexities more, the pepperiness or the char or the toastings are coming out more and giving it more flavor than you would typically see in a nice, like, smooth, easy to drink type bourbon or whiskey, which is what I used to prefer. So I'm going 7.6.
Oh, wow.
See, don't be mad.
I'm not mad.
Don't be mad. It's okay. So it definitely gets us on the board. I would say this. What this puts us number 2, right?
No.
No, really.
7.96.
Wow, I killed it. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't
He
mean
goes
to do
down
that
to
you.
5.
Wow,
No,
I murdered
it doesn't
it.
hurt us. It goes right below the port wine.
Which
the Angel's Envy port.
and the funny thing is, I like this better than the Angel's Envy port.
Oh, really?
I do.
I don't know.
No, you like that Angel's
Yeah.
Envy port? Okay,
I
you're an
like
Angel's
it.
Envy girl.
I like it.
You really
The
are.
Angel's Envy is a little bit less sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More bourbony. This is more on the sweeter side.
This one pops in both directions.
Would agree.
So you get the pop from the fruit and the sweet, and then it goes to the char.
Char. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's an interesting thing that I like about drinking a lot of these bourbons that I'm finding is you can't just like sip it and then wait and then try to figure out what you're tasting. You have to figure out what you're tasting as you're tasting it because
Yeah.
it changes as it hits like different parts of your mouth and as it goes away. It's like a wave, I guess. I don't know.
It's so interesting. It's really cool.
I like it.
I just love to just sit here and sip all day and just
Yeah.
be like, oh, what am I tasting? What's going on now? You know, it's just a fun thing to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, we filled up the episode. If
Yeah.
you want to do something different, we can. But
No, I think we're good, man. That was a great episode. We
Yeah.
talked a lot about barrels, which is cool.
We did, and that's what I like. We have different episodes where something kind of not triggers us, but like triggers a thought, and then we go deep into it, and we just do a little bit of research, which anybody could do on Google. But hey, we're doing it. We're just telling it to you. It's easy.
Yeah. Now
to
you can go
listen
do
to
your
us, and you can do
research
your own research
and do a little bit more.
and comment and tell us we're wrong. That's absolutely what we would hope you would do, because we don't know what we're talking about 90% of the time. But I do like. I mean, we've gone down so many different levels of this that if you just listen to our other episodes, it's not just like we're talking about, hey, we're rating this whiskey, we're rating this cigar, and that's what it is. We do different things. I mean, we had like taste tests where we were testing if a Brita could, actually removed alcohol from the whiskey or whatever spirit you put into it. Spoiler alert, if you want to watch that episode, it does. And just all these different things that we do. So I did like this journey we went on the barrels. And
It was good. Well, you guys are going to hate me next week.
Oh,
Why?
yeah. I'm
Yeah, we're
excited.
doing something a lot different than we normally do.
Yes.
So in the last 2 months, there's been a flavored whiskey on the rise, and there's like 4 different companies putting them out right now.
I've never even heard of this. I've never seen it, but
What is it?
Cookie dough.
Oh, I saw that.
Cookie dough whiskey.
I know. It's the...
So I'm buying all 4 of them that I can at the liquor store right now.
They were doing a tasting last time I was in the liquor store, and there was a guy that
Really?
was like, yeah, no, I didn't try it.
Yeah, so
You
we're gonna
didn't
do
try it?
We're gonna do
No.
4 different
well,
ones
that's
on the
good
podcast.
because you're gonna
next
try
week.
it next week.
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you guys, and
Yeah, thanks,
be on the
everyone.
lookout for more like Jack Daniel's stuff. I'm gonna post about it and start tagging some stuff.
Yes, we're definitely going to. I think so. We have a lot of different ideas, and I hope we can get most of them done. But I would really like to. Well, we'll talk about it next episode. But
Yeah.
we have a lot of ideas, and I'll just leave it at that. Like, subscribe if you want to hear it. Subscribe, and then we'll let you know. I mean, we're here once a week. You probably get more spam emails about your car insurance or whatever than you would from us. So, and we don't even email you, so you don't even have to worry about that. It's literally a little thing pops up on Wednesdays that says, hey, this is on. You can choose to watch us or not. You can watch us later, too. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, Twitch, and
I know, I saw that.
I don't know, all sorts of places. So thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
See you guys later.